Hey, let's talk about the use of the Protractor tool. The protractor measures movements around a circle, and those are called degrees. Understanding degrees helps you understand how much of a movement you've made in a circular fashion. So if you've ever had an issue understanding degrees before, I made this to maybe help you. If your starting point is this dark black line, and that's 0 degrees because you haven't moved anywhere along the circle, and you started moving along this circle, each one of your possible movements would be called a degree. Imagine that the circle is divided into 360 of these possible increments around this circle. So by the time you get back to where you started, you have 360 of those. Well, using the Protractor tool can help you establish a pivot point right here, there, and the degree to which you're hinging some movement from that starting point. And if you go 90 degrees, you have a right angle. Awkward. Okay, so take the Protractor tool, and anywhere you begin is like a 2-click like you would have with a 2-point arc or with a rotated rectangle. It's a previous tutorial. You click one time to establish your pivot point, the point that's not going to move. Move out from there and establish the line, and you have a line that's your starting point. And as you move away from that after your second click, you'll see an imaginary dotted line hinging and moving, rotating along what could be considered a circle. So you can hit it on 30 degrees, and if you had a 30-degree angle, you would have as much of a pie section as about that. So you can think about this like a piece of pizza. A 30-degree would be like a thin slice. 45 degrees would be like half of a quarter of the pie. Here's 1/4 of the pie. Half of that, 90 degrees, is 45. So that's a relatively decent slice of pizza. That's 1/8 of the pizza. If you ran up to 90 degrees, well, now you're talking about a New York City slice. Like that, you got to fold in half and you got to work it. So you can establish this dotted line, this imaginary dotted line, to show your angles by commanding that and typing it in like you have anything, any dimension, any push-pull function. You can type in how much you want it to do of that thing. So you can do the same thing with the Protractor tool. If I wanted it to be like, you don't have to hope for the best moving around on your pivot point. You can actually type it in, like let's say 120 degrees. Type in, and you can see it in this little window right here, your angle that you're achieving, 120, enter. Now it has rotated from this starting point, this line, around this way 120 degrees, but it shows you the entire line through that angle from that point right through the backside of it, in case you wanted to put this line in relation to that line and maybe go beyond it as well. So Control Z and undo that, and try to do another point and command the angle that you're choosing, the number of degrees that you're choosing from your starting point. Click one time for a center point, move over on your line, click again to establish your beginning point, your 0-degree mark, and now move it out and type in 65 degrees, and you'll see it right next to this 60-degree mark, 65, enter. So these are 5 degrees between here and here. 5 degrees. Okay. And hopefully these colors can help you understand that section, that 30-degree angle would be red from this starting point. The orange section, 45, 90 would be this green section, 1/4. And if you come all the way around, halfway around, there's 180. This is the same thing, the terminology that they use if you're into like gymnastics or you're into skating, skateboarding, or snowboarding or skiing. When these athletes do these tricks and they spin around an entire movement from where they started, so they're facing the same way they were going, they do a 360-degree spin. If they do 2 of those turns, they've moved in a circular fashion twice, that's a 720, and so forth. You can add up all those degrees. Hopefully that helps you understand degrees and to be able to use the Protractor to set those things in place, set those imaginary lines in place, like this demonstration over here on the instructor, that can help you put your lines where you need them to be to affect outcomes like building solid surfaces.